to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Running into the open space. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Got it behind the line. It's Cunningham. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. It's caught. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Rebels look to keep this drive humming.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Rebels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Rebels!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Dowling. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and that...
It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
On third down, he drops to throw. He turns it loose to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying the run, it's Henderson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Touchdown, Tiger! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Flips it out in the flat. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Watkins. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They'll try the run. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running game.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Wants to go up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. Chunked it away just as he was hit. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Tiger. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Gonna let it fly. He's got it for a big play. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pass the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. It's a seam wide open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job.
There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Got room at the 35. He's loose. The 30. Inside the... And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer. He'll take the deep shot. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's the exact opposite of what this defense drew up in the locker room. You want to stop giving up explosive plays. You want to play deep, make the offense earn it. But play one, they put the ball in the air, down the field. DB can't make a play. Not only that, the run after the catch, a disastrous start for this defense.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So here comes the Auburn offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Throws to the wideout. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Henderson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by just 2 over Rutgers. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Watkins. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Rebels! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dowling. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Danced his way through traffic. Pickup of 4 to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. A really productive run. Gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Using his legs, it's Henderson. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Auburn just keeps piling up yards on the ground, and they have done this for years and years.
Just stacking them up. That's who they are. That's what their identity is. They want to run the football first, establish the line of scrimmage, play physical. That's what great Auburn teams do.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Now on second down. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the right. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Offense gets set for second down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. It's a draw. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Rebels are on the move. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Here's a heat. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they trim the lead to 1 here in the fourth. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Dowling. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Auburn. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 8 over Stanford. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Cunningham. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the... Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
The Rebels want to move quickly. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want.
He's got it down the left side. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Lindsey. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for two. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Makes the grab. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To throw, it's Lindsey. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know Mr. Quarterback.
Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big...
And they got him! A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air, it's Lindsey. Going for it all. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it.